Hi everyone, I'm Meredith Abbott, Culinary Director for Sur La Table, and welcome to On the Table. Today I'll be making chicken piccata. This recipe turns ordinary chicken into an extraordinary dish. I'm going to start by taking my chicken breast and cutting it into cutlets. You do this by dividing it in half lengthwise. Do this very carefully. Lay it flat onto your cutting board, palm flat against, but flick your fingertips up to the sky and take your very sharp knife and work it through this way. Keeping your eyes on it so you don't get your fingers or your hand. Go all the way through. It probably won't be super even when you do this, so you want to take a plastic bag or plastic wrap, set it over top your chicken cutlets, take a meat mallet or a small skillet if you don't have one of these, and we're going to pound this and so it's an even thickness, about 1/4 inch thick. Covering it with plastic wrap is going to prevent a lot of mess in your kitchen. Having a uniform thickness ensures even quick cooking in your skillet. Now that I've got all of my chicken cut into cutlets, I'm gonna wash my hands, do a quick cleanup before I start breading and cooking it. Like with most recipes, I'm going to start by preheating my pan, medium heat, and now I'm going to get my breading station ready. All-purpose flour, large eggs. I'm going to season both of these, so we season every part of our recipe as we go. Pinch of salt in the eggs and in the flour. Same with pepper, a little bit of pepper in both. Whisk my eggs. Now I'm going to whisk my flour so everything's nice and combined. Okay, for this breading station, I'm going to go into my flour so it coats the chicken, into my egg, and then back into my flour before it goes into the pan. This creates a really nice crispy crust. Coat the bottom of my pan, give it a little swirl. Great. Let's bread. Start with one chicken, into the flour. Just a light coating. This is so the egg will adhere. Shake off the excess, drop it into the egg, get that coated, let any excess drip off, back into the flour. Again, just to coat. Maybe turn it around a couple times, press it in, like so, and right into that hot oil. Always lay down away from you so you don't get splattered. And I'm going to repeat with the rest of my chicken. I am going to work in batches because I don't want to overcrowd my pan. I might only get 1 or 2 more cutlets in this pan so it fits nicely and there's lots of space in between my chicken. There we go. Lay this away from me. Great, I'm just gonna have 2 in this pan for now. These are gonna cook super fast, maybe 3 minutes on each side. By the time your crust is brown on both sides, your chicken should be ready to go. If you're using a stainless steel skillet, don't worry about these sticking. If you've done proper preheating and let your oil heat up as well, they should slide around just like as if it was in nonstick. You should be having like a slight sizzle while you're cooking these. It shouldn't be frying super hot, just these little bubbles around the edges. It's gonna give you that nice golden crust. There, nice pale golden crust. You could take it a little darker, but it's okay. That is it's beautiful right there. Let it brown on the second side, and then just keep repeating the process until they're all done. Okay, now my chicken is completely done. It's nice and golden on both sides. Look at those. I'm gonna cut the heat from below my pan. I'm gonna get ready to make my sauce. I'm gonna start by pouring off some of this excess oil. I want just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. Okay, Preheat my pan, medium-low heat. I'm going to add in my minced shallots for that nice kind of mild oniony flavor, and my lemon slices. Cooking the lemon softens its flavor a little bit and really brings out some of that depth in the sweetness. You're gonna cook these together, scraping the bottom of your pan. Let's get that fond, those browned bits, up from the bottom. That is all that delicious flavor from cooking the chicken. We don't want that to go to waste. Let this cook until both your shallots and your lemon have softened. Now it's time for the chicken broth. Bring your chicken broth to a simmer and let it reduce by half. Doing this really intensifies that flavor. My chicken broth has reduced, it's nice and thick. Now it's time to add in my butter. Swirl this around, let it start melting in. I'm also going to be adding capers. Capers add a really nice briny pop to this rich dish. So swirl this around. The butter is going to emulsify with that chicken broth and become really rich and smooth and velvety. You can stir this, you can swirl it. This is just, it smells amazing in here. This dish just makes me happy. The brightness of the lemons, we're gonna have parsley at the end. The cutlets are just so wonderful to serve at any time. It really just is a fantastic dish. All right, so my butter's pretty much melted. I'm gonna give it a few more swirls, like so. I'm gonna reduce my heat to really, really low. I'm gonna taste it and now adjust for seasoning. It should be pretty close, but it's always gonna need a little final tweak. Take a little bit of that sauce. Ooh, it is very, very close. I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt. It's just feeling a little too tangy right now. A little salt to round it out. And I'm not gonna do any more pepper. I'm happy where that is. Swirl that together. Give it a little stir. Perfect. That little bit of salt makes that lemony flavor just really pop. And now I'm ready to plate. I'm gonna serve this family style. So I'm gonna lay down a few of my chicken cutlets onto this gorgeous platter. Shingling them a little bit, it looks nice, it creates a little bit of height. Just like so. That beautiful golden color. Take my sauce, give it a little stir. I'm gonna grab a couple of these cooked lemons while I'm saucing my chicken. Over top, like so. A little bit of that, a little bit of the sauce now. Grab some of those capers. Top with some chopped parsley for some color and some freshness. Now I get to try it. This is one of my favorite dishes. The brightness of the lemon, the brininess of the capers, the crispy kind of eggy crust on that chicken. This dish is perfect. Make it for any occasion. Enjoy.